Angel thought for a long time that he was worthless, that only Val could give him attention, that he didn't deserve any love and any attention, but the fact that Val gave it to him, the fact that Val gave him anything, meant a lot to him. That Val was right. Angel was worthless. All he was good for was making him money. However, he didn't want to believe this. He tried to fight it for most of his life, and he thought about joining the hotel. But as he was about to walk over there, Val would call to him, "Angel, get back here. I miss you. You don't want me to be rough." And Angel realized in that second that he was worthless, that Val was right. So he walked back into the studio and would continue his life with Val. As Angel had no hope, he would then go back to his room, begin to erase everything. He would begin to destroy everything he had. Everything of hope, everything of escaping. This was his life, and he didn't deserve to escape. This life was better than what he deserved. He knew this, and he knew that Val loved him. Val may hurt him, but that's because he loved them, and that's because he knew he needed to learn. By the way, I do not believe in any of this. This is a very dark story, and if someone hurts you, please seek help immediately. Alright, with that cleared, let's continue with the story. As Angel was, depressed. He couldn't believe this. But then he realized something. Val actually liked him, and he abused him because he wanted him to stay. This would make Angel happier as time goes on. As one day, Angel was having dinner, and Val would say, "So, that little girl you hang out with, what's her name? Cherry, sir? I want you to cut ties with her." As an Angel would sigh, he couldn't believe it. Could he really do it, though? Could he really cut ties with her? He would lay in bed that night and begin to think, wonder if it was possible. He's been friends with Cherry for so long, but then he remembered something. Who took him in? Val. Who gave him a place to stay? Val. Who did he owe? Val. As in, Angel would call Cherry, and Angel would say, "Hey, Angel, you want to go hang out?" Angel would say, "I don't want to see you ever again," as he would hang up. This would piss Cherry off. As one day Val was gone, as the wall would blow up, it was Cherry, as she would say, "What the F are you doing? Did Val make you say that?" "No, I just realized you're a distraction from my work." Your work of being used and abused? What's wrong with you?" Angel would say, "Enough, Cherry, now go." As then Val would show up behind them and say, "You know, Angel, I was gonna punish you for this, but since you were good, I will let it slide just this once, because how kind I am, but don't let it again. If something like this happens again, Angel, well, you'll feel like that wall." He pointed to the wall as Angel would say yes. As then Cherry would say, "What are you doing to him?" "I'm making him feel loved, like you can't do. You're a terrible friend." As then Cherry would throw an explosive at Val, but Val would appear behind Cherry and punch her to the ground as he was about to finish her off. But Angel would say, "Please let her go." Val would say, "Fine," as then he would slap Angel. "But you need punishment for begging for her life. After all, you shouldn't care what happens to her. I'm your love, not her." As then Cherry got up and said, "You're too far gone, Angel. I'm sorry." As then she cried and left. I would say, "Very good, Angel." As then Angel would sit on Val's lap. As Val would hold Angel tightly, Angel was his. Angel was his possession. As he controlled everything that Angel would do, Val would rule Angel. And this was Angel's life. And this is what Angel wanted. It's what he needed. He's been broken so far, he thinks he needs Val. However, someone would get jealous, Vox. As Vox watched Angel more and more and more with Val, all Val would talk about was Angel, and it began to drive him crazy. As Vox would start to talk to Velvet, he would say, all he talks about is Angel, 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 how good Angel is now. Even when I do this and that, he doesn't do anything. Velvet would say, "I know, it's messed up." "Thank you. I mean, he's really broken him beyond repair. I mean, we're overlords, so I don't really care, but it's still messed up." Vox would say, "No, that's not the messed up part. The messed up part, he spends more time with him than with me." As Velvet would laugh and say, "Are you jealous?" Vox would say, "Of course not." As then Velvet would say, "Oh my god, you are. You're actually jealous. Just tell Val how you feel. You men are always such hotheads. I don't understand it." As then she went back on her phone. Vox would sigh and walk out. Maybe he should just tell him. But then he looked and saw Angel with Val, as this would make him angry, piss him off. So he had a plan to get rid of him. A plan to try to bring him out. To try to quote-unquote save him. He'll give him an offer to break his contract, and when he takes it, he'll leave. As Vox didn't have to spin this to Val, as after a night of fun, Vox would walk into Val's room. Val would say, "Come here, Voxy. I think it's time that you and I have some fun together." Vox would say, "I would love that, but I don't know about Angel. He seems too loyal." Val would say, "What do you mean? If I was him and wanted to escape, I'd pretend to be absolutely loyal. So I have a plan to see if it's true." Vox would then say, as Val would say, "Go on," as he would make a plan to fake Val's death and to make it seem like Angel was free, to see how he would react. And if he didn't cry or care or was happy, then well, he knows he wasn't for real. As then Val would say, "I know Angel's not lying, but fine, we'll go throughout your plan." As Vox knew this would work, he knew that Angel would run away for freedom. As then he smiled and walked away and began to set everything up. As Vox walked away, he continued the plan, as things seemed like normal, as Angel and Val would continue their relationship. It was nothing but toxic, as Angel would step in a web he created himself with his own lies, telling himself that he's nothing without Val, telling himself he deserves how Val treats him. All these lies trapped him, as all these webs of lies, web of toxicity, and webs that he spewed throughout these years kept him here. It kept him docile, it kept him defanged, and it kept him under Val. And all of his aspirations, all of his inspirations were gone. He was nothing but a loyal little pet. However, that could change without his master, without the person pulling the strings, without the person pulling the leash. Would he want freedom? Would he want to go forward? Or would he stay here in his situation? Well, we're about to find out, as one day Angel was in bed, as he would hear yelling. As Angel would then walk down, as he heard Val screams, he would then see a body double, as it looked just like Val. He laid on the floor, as he felt free, as then Vox would laugh. As Vox and Val watched in a hidden room, Vox knew this would work. Vox knew Angel would leave, as Angel felt so many emotions. Should he cry? Should he laugh? Should he leave? But this surprised even him, as Angel would just stand there in shock. As he watched Val as he was gone. He fell to his knees, not knowing what to do, not knowing to cheer. He thought he'd be happy if he perished, but he realized something. He needed him, as he began to cry. As then Val would smirk, as Vox was shocked. How could Angel actually like him after everything he's done? He's had Stockholm Syndrome this whole time. Vox would feel sad inside, as Val would hug him and say, "You were right, Vox. We did need to test his loyalty, because now that I know that he's loyal, he's gonna sleep in my bed every night." As then Vox would say, "Wonderful," under his breath, as then Val would walk out. As then, Angel and Val would be together in a toxic one. As Angel and Val would feed off each other. Angel was desperate for love, desperate for attention. Val would give it to him, but in return, he would get control. It was your classic toxic relationship. But in this timeline, he never went to the hotel. He never met Husk. He never met Alistair. And most importantly, he never met Charlie. The only person he had in his life was Val, as he cut out Cherry Bomb. And he never got Fat Nuggets either. Just to add insult to injury. As Angel was truly alone, and the only man he could ever talk to, the only one he could ever be with, was Val, and Val knew it, and he took full advantage of it, turning Angel into a puppet. Angel and Val were together. This was it for them. This was their life. Val lived a life of pleasure and fun. So did Angel. And Val would use Angel, and Angel would be used. It was merely the life that they lived. It was merely the totem pole. It was merely their destiny. And that's where we're going to leave things off. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with all your friends. Hope you all enjoyed this video, because I know I did. It was fun to make. It was pretty dark. I wanted to make one for the reason why I made these Val videos where he does good and gets what he wants, because used to be back in the day, I'd make every video where he just gets destroyed. I was like, you know what? Let me stop doing that, because I feel like he's going to get destroyed later, No one really likes him. Well, I like him as a character, but, I feel like no one really likes him, so I feel like in Season 2, he's going to get destroyed. So you might as well let him have his fun, you know what I mean? I know you're saying that's horrible. He's a horrible person. He's not real, guys. Calm down. He's not real. Val cannot hurt you. He's not real. Despite what my Has-Been Hotel is real video says. Val's not real, alright? He can't hurt you. He can't harm you. Alright, he's not real. So calm down. Calm down. Take a cookie, Angel Dust fans. Take a cookie. Look at your picture of Fat Nugs. And go sim to him later because Val's not real, okay? So it'll all be okay. Yep. So, I linked my, I'm not going to tell you what account it is and all that stuff, but I lost a password for my account because I am terrible at keeping passwords. Absolutely awful. I do not know why. But eventually I found it, and it was like one of the simplest passwords ever. I should seriously get a stronger one. I'm not going to tell you what it was or what it's for because, you know, that would be very bad. I'm not an idiot. But yeah. All you need to know was it was really easy, and I can't believe I forgot it. But now that I remember it, I'm all good. All right, now, let me know down in the comments below how well you are remembering stuff. Because I can remember a lot of things, but passwords, I just can't remember. I suck at passwords and names. That's what I'm really bad at, is passwords and names. Do you have stuff that you're good at remembering, stuff that you're bad at remembering? If so, let me know in the comments below. Love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me. You all mean the world to me, and I'm so glad to have an audience like you. I'm so lucky to have an audience like you. I'm so glad to make a channel like this. And when we reach 10,000, I don't know how to do this, but if it's possible, I want to do a live stream of all my what-ifs that's on 24/7 as a thank you. So you can always just watch and comment and talk with friends. I think that would be very cool. If you guys would want that, let me know. And I might add other features to the channel. I thought about adding Patreon stuff, but I don't think I'm worth it yet. I want to reach a big goal. Maybe 10,000 would be like that. I don't know. But yeah, what do you want me to do for 10,000 subscribers? Let me know in the comments below. Peace out. Love you all.